Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here in Hayes at Larks Park. Thursday night baseball between the Dodge City A's and the Hayes Larks. Dodge City won last night in Dodge. The Larks fell 5-3. Tough night down in Dodge. Errors haunted the Larks. They committed 3 of them, which led to 2 A's runs, and that ended up being the difference in the game. Nick Skeffington will make the start for Hayes tonight, looking to pick up a Jayhawk League win and split the 2-game series with Dodge City. Nick has pitched 9 2/3 innings so far this summer. He has a 3.72 ERA. Lefty from Texas at Arlington. Dodge City's going to bring up Kyle Cullen, Adam Holler, and David Gonzalez here in the top of the first. Is a big night last night for Adam Holler, not only at the plate, but in the field as well. Made 2 very nice plays, took a couple hits away from Jared Martin, and also got the job done. He brought in 2 in that 7th inning with his triple, excuse me. So he was the playmaker for the A's last night. Skeffington and company will look to keep him reined in and see if they can pick up a home victory here in front of the Hayes fans. We are just about ready for baseball here in Hayes. It's going to be about 7:03 p.m. A comfortable day here, not too hot. Temperatures in the low 80s. Not a calm day by any means, but not nearly as windy as what we've had here in the last week or two in Hayes, America. We are ready to go. 7:02 first pitch, and Nick's fastball is high for ball 1. Kyle Cullen will lead it off. And again, we see all the lefties. Another lefty starter for Hayes, and Cullen is batting out of the left side of the box as Skeffington misses high again, and it's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Skeffington. There's a fastball, catches the top part of the zone, and Nick has a strike. Here comes Nick's 2-1 pitch to Kyle Cullen. Another fastball and another strike. So 4 early fastballs from Nick Skeffington here to Kyle Cullen, and he has the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. There's a curveball, and Cullen just barely nicks it foul down into the turf to stay alive. Good job there by Cullen just to get a piece as that curveball faded away from him. Here comes the 2-2 again, a fastball, and Cullen this time will foul it out of play to the left. And we will have our third 2-2 pitch upcoming from Skeffington. Nick's last outing was a good one. He threw a few innings against Oklahoma City on Saturday night, and he threw 3 innings. They were all perfect. So a good job from Nick in his last outing, looking to continue that success here tonight as Cullen will foul off yet another pitch. And we will have our 4th 2-2 pitch upcoming here from Skeffington. Here comes the 2-2, grounded to John Rensel at first. He will take it himself, and there's one away here in the first inning. Nick on the season has 9 strikeouts to 6 walks. He has given up just 7 hits. Coming to the plate now for Dodge is going to be the third baseman, Adam Holler. Here comes the first pitch from Nick. Fastball popped up and foul out of play over the press box, 0-1. So Nick is pounding the zone early here. A lot of fastballs, mixing in his curveball just a little bit, but for the most part, all fastballs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Holler. Another fastball, and that one is belted deep to left. Jared Martin is just going to watch it go, and Adam Holler hurts the Larks yet again as he hits a solo home run here in the top of the first. It's 1-0 Dodge City. So Dodge City's on the board here in the first. Adam Holler got a fastball he could handle, and he did not miss any of it as that ball was belted to left. Now Skeffington will look to settle down here, and he will face David Gonzalez. Second pitch is flied out into right. That's going to be a tough play for Raspberry towards the line. He will not get there. It will drop fair. Back-to-back hits for Dodge City, and they have a man on with 1 out. That'll bring to the plate first baseman Jake Cruz. Cruz was 0 for 4 last night for the A's. Here comes the first pitch from the lefty Skeffington to the lefty Cruz. High leg kick from Nick. Delivers a slider low for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Skeffington. Ground ball into right field, a base hit. 3 straight hits for Dodge City, and they are seeing Nick's fastball very well here tonight in the early going. That will bring Dante Faicchio to the plate.
The designated hitter, number 20, Dante Faicchio.
Faicchio was 0 for 4 last night as well. He will dig in with 2 on and 1 out here for the A's in the first, already on top 1-0 on the Adam Holler home run. Here comes the first pitch from Skeffington in there. Ooh, I guess it missed inside, so it's ball 1. Looked pretty good from where we're at, but apparently it was a bit inside. Here comes the 1-0 from Skeffington. Curveball, that one is in there for strike 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch up and away as Nick's fastball misses. It's 2-1. Nick's ready. Here comes the 2-1 to Faicchio. Low, ball 3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Skeffington. Curveball, strike two, as that one catches the inside corner, and Nick works the count full here against Dante Faikio. 2 on, just 1 away. Here in the first inning, Dodge City already on top. Here comes the payoff pitch from Skeffington. Ground ball, foul past past Hayes' dugout, and we will do it again at 3-2. So even Nick's off speed, Dodge City is on. They are seeing the ball very well. Even the foul balls are hit very hard. See if Nick can make a little adjustment here to get the A's hitters off balance, because they are very comfortable at the plate here in the first inning. Here it comes again from Skeffington. Fastball upstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the A's here with 1 out in the first. That'll bring up Dodge City's left fielder, Jordan Vujovic. And with just 1 out in the first inning, that is going to trigger a mound visit from Keith Harper. All right, so we're back after the mound visit. Jordan Vujovic will bat now for the A's. Bases loaded, just 1 away. Here comes the first pitch from Skeffington, a curveball right there for strike 1. See if Nick can bear down here and work his way out of trouble and limit the damage here in the first. Don't want to let the game get away from you before you have a chance to bat. Here comes the 0-1 from Skeffington. Fastball, ground ball to short, second for 1 to first, not in time. And that is going to be a RBI fielder's choice for Vujovic, and it is 2-0 A's in the first.
Right fielder number 3, Blake Shingle.
So Nick got his ground ball, but it just wasn't hit hard enough for Hager and Myers to turn the double play up the middle. Devin fielded it cleanly, made a good throw. Myers had a good transfer and throw. They just couldn't get Vujovic. So runners on the corners. Blake Shingle is the hitter now for Dodge City as Nick's first pitch misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Nick Skeffington. Curveball up and away for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 to Schinkel. Upstairs, 3-0. "25 pitches already for Skeffington. Has given up 2 runs here in the first, has just 2 outs. Here comes the 3-0 delivery to Schinkel. Curveball catches the zone for ball 1, or for strike 1, excuse me. Dodge City already with 2 here in the first. Still has runners on the corners. And that 3-1 misses up and away. And yet again, Dodge will load the bases on the base on balls. That is the second walk of the inning for Skeffington, has already given up 3 hits. That'll bring up the 8th man to the plate here in the first inning, Sean Noel. He is catching tonight for the A's. He was 0 for 2 last night. He walked and was hit by a pitch. Here comes the first pitch from Skeffington, inside ball 1. Skeffington glances at his runner at third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Noel. Fastball in there, strike one. Took a little bit off of that one. Probably a good idea that Sean Noel laid off of that one. That had infield pop-up written all over it. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Curveball gets Noel to foul it back. And Skeffington has worked ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Skeffington to Noel. Fastball up and away. Count is even at 2. Skeffington is ready, checks the runner at third. Once again, here comes the 2-2 to Noel. Curveball. Strike 3 is called. Down goes Sean Noel, and the inning is over. However, the A's pick up 2 runs on 3 hits in the first. Larks commit no errors, and the bases are left full. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Dodge City A's 2, Larks coming to bat.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park. We head to the bottom of the first inning. A's on top of the Larks 2-0 after 2 first inning runs are pushed across. Devin Hager is going to lead it off here for Hayes. He will dig in on the right side to face the starter, Nolan McCarthy. Here comes his first pitch in there for strike 1. McCarthy's a right-handed pitcher from Occidental College, originally from Portland, Oregon, and from first glance, he is very tall. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses a bit low, and Hager will even the count at a ball and a strike. So Dodge put a few up in the first. Let's see if the Larks can get a few runners on and put some pressure on that A's defense here in the first as well. Here comes the 1-1 to Hager, and he will foul that one off. And it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from McCarthy. Curveball popped up on the infield. Easy play for Isaiah Haddad. He will make it. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring the second baseman, Daryl Myers, to the plate for the Larks.
Second baseman number 9, Daryl Myers.
Darrell bats .378 so far this season for the Larks. 14 hits in 37 at-bats. Here comes the first pitch from McCarthy. Fastball away for ball one. Darrell has also driven in 9 runs, has 1 home run. McCarthy out of the windup. Here comes the 1-0 to Darrell Myers. That's a strike, catching the outside corner, and the count is even. And the 1-1 misses. 2-1 to Darrell. Myers digs back in on the left side. Here comes the 2-1 from McCarthy. That one catches the outside once again, and the count is again even at 2. Good crowd here tonight at Larks Park as they continue to file in on the cooler than average night here on the first day of summer. Myers is going to foul that one out of play to the left. So pretty ironic that on the first day of summer, it is actually the coolest it's been here in about the last 2 weeks. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes from Nolan McCarthy. Off speed, popped up once again into shallow left field. Vujovic is over towards the line and now plays the wind. But he makes the play, and there are 2 away. Wyatt Divis will be the hitter now for the Larks. Wyatt was 0 for 5 last night. He hits .386 on the year so far. Has 17 hits in 44 at-bats. Has also walked 18 times here this season. Here comes the first pitch to him. 2-seam fastball misses, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Wyatt. Fastball chopper that is going to roll foul. And the count is even at 1-1. So exactly the opposite here in the bottom of the first. The Larks are putting the bat on the ball, but they're not really squaring anything up. A couple Devin Hager weakly popped up on the infield. Myers weakly popped up to left field, and Wyatt, that ball was just barely nicked foul. Here comes the pitch from Nolan McCarthy. Inside, ball 2. As Wyatt works ahead, 2-1 in the count. Here with 2 away, nobody on for the Larks in the bottom half of the first inning. Here comes the 2-1 from McCarthy. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit, and that's going to get over the left fielder, Vujovic. Divis is going to round first, and he is going to be in there at second. That's going to be a single for Wyatt Divis, and he will advance to second on the error by Jordan Vujovic. The ball came off the grass and kind of took a little bit of a bad hop and nicked off the top of the glove of Vujovic and just rolled all the way to the wall. So Wyatt Divis going to be credited with a base hit. He will be at second base after the error. Jared Martin will step in now for the Larks. He also was 0 for 5 last night. Brought his batting average down to .391 for the year. He has 8 runs driven in. Martin, though, that was a little bit of a bad luck 0 for 5. Talked about pregame. Adam Holler took 2 hits away from him down that third base line. Martin scolded a couple balls right down the line, but Holler made a couple nice plays. Here comes the first pitch to Martin from McCarthy. Curveball, strike 1. 2 outs for the Larks here in the bottom of the first. Wyatt Divis leads from second base. Here comes the 0-1 from Nolan McCarthy. And that one is low. Martin takes, and it's even at 1. Here comes the 1-1 to Jared Martin. Line drive, deep center field. Cullen is back. He will make the play. So Martin continues to hit the ball hard, but he just cannot find a hole as that ball was right at the center fielder. No runs on a hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We head to the second inning here at Larks Park. Dodge City on top, 2-0. And we're back here at Larks Park in Hayes. 2-0 Dodge City. Top of the second inning. They're going to send their 9, 1, and 2 hitters to the plate. Isaiah Haddad will lead it off. Nick Skeffington back to the mound for the Larks as he delivered the first pitch for ball 1 that was low and in the turf. Here comes the 1-0 to Haddad. Swing and a miss, and the count is even at 1. Here comes the 1-1. A curveball catches the inside corner, and Nick Skeffington works ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 from Skeffington. Fastball, strike 3 called. Outside corner. 1 up, 1 down for Nick and the Larks here in the top of the second. That'll bring the top of the order and Kyle Cullen back to the plate now for the A's. He was a ground out victim back in the top of the first. Grounded out to John Rensel at first base. Here comes the first pitch from Skeffington. Fastball in the turf, ball 1. Here comes Nick's 1-0. There's a fastball that's in there for strike 1 to even the count. And that one is going to be hit into left field over the head of Wyatt Divis, and that's a 1-out single for Dodge City, and they pick up right where they left off in the first. They have another base runner. That'll bring Adam Holler to the plate now for the A's. He is 1 for 1. He hit that towering home run to left field in the first inning. Here comes the first pitch from Skeffington. Fastball fouled off, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Holler. Here comes Skeffington's pitch. Fastball up and away. And that's ball one. Here comes the 1-1 from Skeffington. There goes the runner. The throw down by Wolverton. It's high, not in time. And that's a stolen base for Kyle Cullen. Two balls and a strike to Holler. Runner in scoring position for the A's here with just one out in the second. Here comes Nick's pitch. Almost gets him. And it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Nick Skeffington. Fastball up and away, ball four, and Holler is aboard with one out. And that will trigger the bullpen to get up for the Larks. It is Mason Myrie who is throwing down the left field line. That will bring up David Gonzalez now for the A's. Two men on again for Dodge City, just the one out. Here comes Skeffington's first pitch. Fastball, low ball one. One ball, no strikes. Here comes Skeffington's delivery. That one is high, ball two. And now Wyatt Divis is going to call time and come over from third and talk to his pitcher, Skeffington, who is definitely struggling with the zone right now. Here comes the 2-0. High, ball three. Few and far between right now are the strikes for Skeffington here in the top half of the second inning. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike from Nick as he gets back in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. A 3-1 pitch, curveball, strike two. A good pitch there from Nick on the outside corner, and Gonzalez was getting ready to drop his bat and head to first, but that one caught the zone. Count is full. See if Nick can get himself a ground ball here. Here comes the payoff pitch. Curveball, and Gonzalez might have swung at ball four as that curveball looked like it was going to stay a bit high, but he fouls it off the roof of the press box here. So the count will remain 3 balls, 2 strikes. One away for the A's here in the second inning. They have runners on first and second. A base hit and a walk. Here comes the payoff pitch once again from Skeffington. Off speed low, ball four. And the bases are loaded again for the A's. That is the third time already in this game in just the top of the second that the Dodge City A's have had the bases loaded. Skeffington has already walked 4 batters in just an inning and a third here tonight. And here comes Keith Harper for another mound visit. Not sure if that's going to be it or not. Myrie hasn't been warming up for that long. We shall see. And that is it for Nick Skeffington. So Nick's night is over. Not a very good one. Just an inning and a third tonight. 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 walks. So the Larks will make the call to the bullpen. It's going to be Mason Myrie. As Myrie comes in to warm up, we will take a short break and be right back with you here at Larks Park.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
All right, we're back here at Larks Park, top of the second inning. Larks go to the bullpen. Mason Myrie going to come in and try and work out of Skeffington's mess. Bases are loaded for the A's as Jake Cruz will be the hitter. He swings through Myrie's first pitch. It's 0-1. See if Mason can get himself a ground ball here and get the Larks out of the inning with no damage. Here comes the 0-1 to Cruz. Well, maybe, as Myrie's going to stare in for quite a while and force Cruz to call time. Here comes the 0-1 from Mason Myrie. It's a fastball, swung on and missed again. Actually, that one is fouled off, but same result. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Mason Myrie to Jake Cruz. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cruz. 3 pitches and a strikeout for Myrie. There's 2 outs in the second. That'll bring the designated hitter, Dante Faikio, back to the plate for the A's. Has a chance to do some damage for the A's. Bases are still loaded, 2 away. Here comes Myrie's first pitch. Fastball, high, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Popped up into left field. Should be an easy play for Jared Martin. He will size it up and make the play, and Mason Myrie comes on and gets a 3-pitch strikeout and a pop-up to get the A's to strand the bases loaded. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. Dodge City A's 2, Hayes Larks 0.
Meet me down at the ballpark, for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
And welcome back to Larks Park, bottom half of the second inning. Nolan McCarthy back to the hill for the A's. Easton Kirk is going to lead it off. He had a big night last night. He was 2 for 4, pair of doubles, drove in a run, hit the ball hard all 4 times. First pitch swinging yet again right to center field. And it's right at Kyle Cullen, who comes in and makes the play. So Kirk's first pitch swinging yet again, hits another pitch hard, but another one right at a fielder. So Larks not really able to catch a break here so far tonight. Couple of balls hit very hard, Jared Martin, Easton Kirk, but just can't find a hole. Clayton Raspberry will be the hitter now for the Larks. 1 away here in the second. Up and away, ball 1. Easton Kirk has been he's been liking that first pitch lately. I think in the last night's game and tonight, I think he's seen 6 total pitches in 5 plate appearances. That one catches the zone from Raspberry, strike 1. He's seen a few more than that, but not a whole bunch. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Raspberry. Into right field, that is going to be down. Past Schinkel all the way to the wall. And Raspberry's going to be around first and into second. A stand-up, 1-out double. And the Larks are in business here in the second inning.
Raspberry likes hitting it to his
Brings
spot
up
to field.
the 8th Street Liquor Beverage batter, first baseman number 33, John Rensel.
John Rensel Jr., now the hitter for the Larks. He is the beverage batter tonight, so the crowd cheering extra hard for him as they would love some discounted drinks here for the rest of the inning. John is a lefty from Eastern Michigan. He did not play last night. Here comes the first pitch from Nolan McCarthy. Fastball, strike 1 on the inside corner. As Clayton Raspberry leads from second. John hits .292 so far this year. He has 10 runs driven in. Here comes the 0-1 from McCarthy. Curveball, and that catches Rensel on the foot. So he is aboard for the Larks, and there are 2 men on with 1 man out in the second inning. That'll bring to the plate the center fielder, Michael Anastasia. Anastasia is hitting just a $125 on the summer. It's been a struggle at the plate so far for Michael. 3 of his 4 hits on the season have been doubles. Here comes the first pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from McCarthy to Anastasia. Pair of base runners on for the Larks. That fastball misses away to even the count at 1. Raspberry leads from second. John Rensel from first base, a double and a walk. Here comes the 1-1 to Anastasia. Fastball low. Ball 2. Michael is ready for the 2-1. Here it comes from McCarthy. Off speed. Strike 2 outside corner. A good off speed pitch. Back door as it caught the zone at the end. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Anastasia. 1 away for the Larks here in the second inning, trailing the A's 2-0. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Michael Anastasia. Swing and a miss. Down goes Anastasia, and there are 2 outs here in the second. Scott Wolverton will be the hitter now for the Larks.
The catcher number 17, Scott Wolverton.
So Scott will dig in on the right side. He is hitting .222 on the season for the Larks. Has a chance to get the Larks on the board here with a runner in scoring position. Here comes the first pitch from McCarthy. Ground ball off the glove of Adam Holler at third. And that is going to be an error on the third baseman, Holler. And the bases are loaded for the Larks, and that'll turn the lineup card back over here in the second. Devin Hager will come to bat now for the Larks. Big spot, bases are loaded here in the second.
Now batting for the Larks, shortstop number 23, Devin Hager.
Devin steps in, big spot here for the Larks, trying to get back in the game, down a pair of runs, but they have those runs in scoring position. Here comes the first pitch from McCarthy, off speed, high, ball 1. Raspberry leads from third, Rensel from second, Wolverton from first. A double, a walk, and an error. Devin is 0 for 1 tonight. Here comes the first, or the 1-0, and that one is high as well. 2 balls, no strikes to Devin. Coming into tonight's contest, Devin is was hitting .314 on the season, so just a little bit lower than that after he was retired in the first inning. Here comes the 2-0 to Devin Hager, popped up into right center field. Easy play for the center fielder Cullen, and the inning is over. So one thing the Larks have done a lot this year is leave the bases loaded, and they are going to leave them full yet again here in the second. We head to the third at Larks Park. A's 2, Larks 0.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, 2-0 A's as we head to the top of the third inning. Jordan Vujovic will lead it off for Dodge. Mason Myrie back to the mound as he delivers ball one. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside, ball two. So Mason Myrie, who took over for Skeffington with one out in the top of the second inning, he has thrown 11 and had thrown 11 and a third coming in. As that one is away for ball three, has an ERA of 7.15 so far this year. Has walked 7 and struck out 12. There's the first strike of the inning from Myrie. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jordan Vujovic. Here comes the 3-1 into right field, a base hit. And the A's leadoff man is on here in the third inning.
Right fielder number 3, Blake Schinkel.
Blake Schinkel to the plate now. That was the 5th hit of the night for the A's, just beginning the third inning. Schinkel is 0 for 0. He walked back in the first inning. Here comes the first pitch from Myrie. Fastball fouled off the catcher, Wolverton. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Blake Schinkel as they gave Scott Wolverton just a moment there after that ball was fouled off of him. So Myrie set. Here comes the 0-1 to Schinkel. There is strike 2 as Schinkel squared to bunt but then pulls back, but it was in there. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Blake Schinkel. Myrie's second strikeout of the night. There's one away here in the third. And Sean Noel will hit now for Dodge City.
Catcher number 9, Sean Noel.
He was a strikeout victim back in the first. 0 for 1. Here comes Myrie's first pitch. Fastball in there for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 to Noel. Another fastball. Took a little bit off of that one as Noel is out in front of that one. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Myrie will deliver to Sean Noel, 1 on 1 out in the third. Here it comes from Mason. Fouled off, a good swing there by Noel. And we'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 once again. Low and inside for ball 1. One-two pitch from Myrie to Noel. Off speed, popped up into shallow center. Out goes Myers. In comes Anastasia. It'll be Daryl Myers in shallow center that makes the play. And there are 2 away in the third. Isaiah Haddad will hit now for the A's. He was also a strikeout victim in his first AB of the night, 0 for 1. Myrie's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball lined right at Hager at short. He will go the short way to Myers at second, and that is the inning. No runs for the A's on a hit. No Larks errors. They leave nobody on base. We head to the bottom of the third inning here at Larks Park. 2-0, Dodge City on top.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here in Hayes, bottom of the third inning, 2-0 A's on top, 2, 3, and 4 due up against Nolan McCarthy. Daryl Myers is going to lead it off. First pitch of the inning is low for ball one. Daryl is 0 for 1. He flied out to Vujovic in left field. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one is low as well, and Daryl works ahead. 2 balls, no strikes here to begin the third. The 2-0 from McCarthy. Took a little bit off. That one does catch the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1 to Myers. That one misses up and away. And the first man of the inning, Myers, is ahead. 3 balls and 1 strike on Nolan McCarthy. Larks would definitely take that leadoff base runner. They have not had one yet tonight. Here comes the pitch to Daryl Myers. In there for strike 2. Just barely caught the outside corner. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody away for the Larks in the third. Here it comes from McCarthy. That curveball got away from him, is outside. And that's a leadoff walk for Myers and the Larks here in the bottom of the third. Wyatt Divis will be the hitter for Hayes. He is 1 for 1. He's singled into left field. Back in the first inning. Myers leads from first. Here comes the first pitch to Wyatt Divis. Low and in, ball 1. So this is the first inning of the night. The Larks have had their leadoff man aboard. See if they can make the A's pay and put up a couple here and get back in the game. As Jared Martin waits on deck. Here comes the 1-0 from Nolan McCarthy. Fouled off straight back by Divis. That will even the count at 1-1. Divis is ready for the 1-1. Here it comes from McCarthy. Curveball. Ooh, wow. That one caught the zone. Larks faithful not happy about it, and I don't really know if I can blame them. That one looked like it stayed a bit outside. But it's a ball and 2 strikes to Divis. Here it comes from McCarthy. There goes the runner. Outside and low. The throw is way high. And the backup man, David Gonzalez at second, saves a base there as he keeps the ball from going into center field. But that is a stolen base nonetheless for Daryl Myers, and Wyatt Divis takes ball 2. Count is even at 2-2. Nobody away here for the Larks. Here it comes, 2-2 from McCarthy. Divis grounds it foul past first base. Divis is back in, still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Daryl Myers leading from second base, and nobody away for the Larks in the third. Here it comes from Nolan McCarthy. Ground ball, a diving stop by Holler. The throw in time. And Holler strikes again as he takes another hit away from the Larks. Myers will have to hold at second.
It wasn't against Martin this time.
Jared Martin will step to the plate here for the Larks. As we have just 1 out here in the third, the Larks are already 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. So kind of the same for the Larks here. They can get them on, they can get them over, but they have just struggled to get them in. As Martin takes that one low for a ball. Martin's hit the ball hard. He's looking for a hole this time as he lined out to the center fielder. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And now McCarthy's going to swing around and give Myers a look at second. So Jared's back in, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out for the Larks in the third. Here it comes from Nolan McCarthy. Ground ball, foul. And the count is even at 1. One ball, 1 strike. Here it comes from Nolan McCarthy to Jared Martin. Curveball way out in front. Martin swings through that curve, and it's 1-2. Easton Kirk waits on deck. He is also 0 for 1, but he also hit the ball hard right at the center fielder. Nolan McCarthy is ready to deliver the 1-2 to Jared Martin. Fastball fouled straight back. A good swing there by Jared. It'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 again from McCarthy to Martin. Curveball, fly ball, left field. Over goes Vujovic. That'll drop in front of him. Here comes Daryl Myers. He's going to score. That is an RBI double for Jared Martin, and the Larks are on the board. It's 2-1 here in the third as they cut the A's lead in half.
The RBI double by Jared Martin brings up the designated hitter number 25, Easton Kirk.
Easton Kirk will step in now for Hayes. And there is nobody in this lineup that is hitting the ball or seeing the ball better than Easton Kirk at the current time. He is all over that first pitch as of late. See if he can get himself something good to hit here and get Martin in and tie the game. Here comes the First pitch to Kirk, fastball, low and away, ball one. The 1-0 catches the zone for strike one against Kirk. Here comes the 1-1 to Kirk. Curveball, strike two. Here comes the 1-2 from McCarthy to Easton Kirk. Curveball again, that one stays away.
Are you kidding me?
So the home plate umpire is not even making a call as a strikeout, but apparently that was a strike.
Right fielder number 15, Clayton Raspberry.
So that is a looking strikeout of Easton Kirk as the umpire just doesn't want to make a call apparently. So Clayton Raspberry will have the job of bringing in Martin as he takes strike one as well. That curveball from McCarthy, he's doing a good job of trying to paint the corner, but the last few calls from the home plate umpire have looked outside. But at the very least, make the call so people know what's going on. He's not saying anything. Here comes the 0-1 to Raspberry.
Obviously, Kirk didn't think it was a strike.
And that one missed for ball one.
Staying at the plate.
And here comes the 1-1 pitch to Clayton. Curveball, there's strike two. One ball, two strikes to Clayton Raspberry. He's 1 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Up and away. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes from Nolan McCarthy. Swing and a miss. Down goes Raspberry, and the inning is over. However, Jared Martin gets the Larks on the board here in the third with his RBI double. We have played 3 in Hayes. Dodge City A's 2, Hayes Larks 1. of the fourth inning here in Hayes. 2-1 Dodge City leads. Mason Myrie back to the mound. 1, 2, and 3 due up for Dodge. Kyle Cullen's going to lead it off as he's going to take the first pitch from Myrie high for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's ball 2. The 2-0 pitch to Cullen. That one misses as well. 3 balls and no strikes. There's a strike from Myrie. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and a strike, and that one misses for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Cullen, and the A's have their leadoff man on yet again, this time in the 4th. Adam Holler back to the plate for the A's. He's 1 for 1, homered in the first, and was also hit by a pitch, I believe. Yeah. Actually, he was walked, excuse me. But still 1 for 1. Leadoff man for the A's is aboard here in the 4th. Here comes Myrie's first pitch. Fastball up and away. Ball 1, so 5 of 6 pitches this inning from Mason Myrie have missed the zone. Myrie gets a sign, he's ready. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball into right field. Raspberry coming in, he will make the play. And that's a loud out for Adam Holler. 1 away here in the 4th. David Gonzalez to the plate now for Dodge. 1 on, 1 out. 2-1, A's on top. He will dig in on the right side to face the lefty Myrie. Here comes, and now Myrie's going to throw over to first. Back safely is Kyle Cullen. Here comes the first pitch from Myrie. Off speed. Outside 1-0. Swing and a miss by Gonzalez on that one, and that's going to even the count. One pitch from Myrie. There's strike 2. Larks will be in Derby this weekend, taking on the Twins for a 3-game league set. We will have that for you right here on hazelarks.org from Panther Stadium. 7 p.m. first pitch, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one misses away. Count is even at 2. Myrie set. Here comes the 2-2. Gives Cullen a look. Line over Divis into left field. A base hit for David Gonzalez, and the A's have 2 on with just 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
First baseman number 7, Jake Cruz.
Jake Cruz will be the hitter now for Dodge City. He is 1 for 2 on the game. Singled and struck out. Here comes Myrie's first pitch. In there for strike 1, and home plate umpire is pushing that zone on the outside part of the plate. They are pretty far out there. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There goes the bat as he misses, and the bat makes it to the outfield. So he missed the ball, but his bat made it to right field. Oh, base hit, right?
That flew past first base. He's not happy about that. He grabs the rosin.
As I see that Jake Cruz does not use batting gloves, and well, that's kind of the that would kind of be one of the uses for batting gloves, would be to hold on to the bat. So he grabs the rosin bag, and he will step back in. No balls, 2 strikes to Cruz. Here comes Myrie's pitch. One out for the A's in the 4th. And he grounds it foul.
Same place the bat did.
And it will remain no balls and 2 strikes.
First and second. 1 out, 2 strikes. Jake Cruz.
Myrie gets the sign from Wolverton. Here comes the 0-2 once again to Cruz. Strike 3 is called. A good pitch inside by Myrie, and there are 2 away. Dante Faicchio will be the hitter now for the A's. 0 for 1 here so far in tonight's contest. He will dig in to face Myrie on the right side. Here comes Mason's first pitch. Pair of dodge base runners. Ground ball right at Wyatt Divis. He will stay down on it field and step on the bag. And the inning is over. So a good job there by Myrie to work back from the leadoff walk. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Dodge City 2, Hayes 1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at Larks Park. 2-1 A's on top. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Larks to face Nolan McCarthy. John Rensel Jr. is going to lead it off. He takes ball 1 outside. Here comes the 1-0 from McCarthy. And Rensel's going to lay off that fastball as well. And it's 2-0 to begin the 4th. So John will be followed by Michael Anastasia and Scott Wolverton here in the 4th. Here it comes from McCarthy. Swing and a miss by Rensel. 2-1. McCarthy gets his sign. Here it comes. 2-1. Fouled off by John, and the count is even at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from McCarthy, and Rensel popped it up towards left field. That one's going to be foul. A couple of feet. Hits the dirt over there in front of Vujovic. It will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes here to John. He is the leadoff man here in the 4th. Larks trailing 2-1. So John will come back to the plate, re-strap up his batting glove, grab his bat, and look for another pitch to hit. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Nobody away in the 4th. Here it comes from Nolan McCarthy. Curveball, strike 3 called. Down goes Rensel. And there is 1 out. That'll bring Michael Anastasia to the plate now for the Larks. He is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim back in the 2nd. Here comes the first pitch from McCarthy. Curveball, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Another curveball, another strike. As that one right down the middle. 0-2 to Anastasia here with 1 out in the 4th. Here it comes from McCarthy. Popped foul. And it will remain 0-2. Scott Wolverton waits on deck for the Larks. Here comes McCarthy's 0-2 again. Ground ball, just foul past first base. Here comes the 0-2 once again from Nolan McCarthy. Swing and a miss. Down goes Anastasia for the 2nd time. And there are 2 outs here in the 4th. So 2 men to the plate for the Larks, 2 strikeouts from McCarthy as he delivers strike 1 to Scott Wolverton. Scott is 0 for 1. He reached on an error by Adam Holler back in the 2nd inning. Here comes the 0-1. Curveball, grounded foul, and it's quickly 0-2 as Nolan McCarthy looks to strike out the side in order here in the 4th. Scott's back in. Here comes the 0-2 from Nolan McCarthy. And that hits Scott. And he is going to be aboard here with 2 outs for the Larks. That'll flip the lineup card back over. Devin Hager back to the plate here for the Larks. He's 0 for 2. A pop-up and a flyout.
For the Larks, shortstop number 23, Devin Hager. .302 batting average for Devin Hager coming into this AB. As McCarthy throws over to check on Wolverton. Here comes the first pitch to Devin. Ground ball over towards the Dodge dugout. 0-1.
Devon's back in, ready for the 0-1 from McCarthy. Ground ball to Holler. He will field this time, make a strong throw across in time. And that is the inning for the Larks in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no Dodge City errors, and one man left on base. We are through 4 innings here at Larks Park. Dodge City 2, Hayes 1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 5th inning here at Larks Park. Still 2-1 A's leading the Larks. Mason Myrie back to the hill. He's going to deliver the first pitch of the inning to Jordan Vujovic for ball 1. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the A's here in the 5th. Here comes the 1-0 from Myrie. 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Myrie. There's a strike, catching that outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike here to begin the 5th inning. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is even at 2. So after a start filled with 2 Dodge runs, a Larks run, and a lot of base runners stranded, things have quieted down here at Larks Park as Myrie and McCarthy are both starting to find a little bit of a groove, and they're setting down some hitters, especially Nolan McCarthy. He's getting stronger as the game goes on. Here comes the 3-2, ball 4, so another leadoff walk for Mason Myrie, and Dodge City has a base runner here to begin the 5th inning. That'll bring Blake Schinkel to the plate now for the A's. 1 on, nobody out. Still nobody up in the Larks bullpen. Myrie has been able to work around a couple walks. Here comes the first pitch to Schinkel, in there for strike 1. So they figure as long as Mason's able to work out of his trouble, no need to get anybody warmed up. Here comes the 0-1. Fly ball deep to left field. Martin back towards the track. He will make the play, reaching up, and there's 1 out here in the 5th inning. So it looked like Schinkel got underneath that and popped it up, but that ball carried quite a ways, all the way out to the warning track on Martin. Sean Noel will be the hitter now for Dodge. He is 0 for 2 on the evening. We'll step in on the right side. Vujovic on first. Here comes the first pitch, low and in, ball one. Here comes the 1-0 from Myrie. That one is way outside, all the way to the backstop. And that's going to allow Vujovic to take second on the wild pitch. So that is how the A's will get their runner into scoring position here in the 5th inning. Here comes the 2-0 to Noel. There's a strike as that fastball catches the outside corner. 2-1. Isaiah Haddad waits on deck for the A's. Here comes the pitch from Mason Myrie. Fastball up the middle. Myers behind the bag. He's going to have to make a throw on the run. The scoop not made by Rensel. Here comes the throw. And that's going to... And the throws get away there from the Larks. Tough play for Myers. He made a good play. Rensel just couldn't scoop it. The ball got away from him a little bit, and then he just made an errant throw to home. And the A's are going to pick up that run, and Noel's going to be on second base. So, once again, just like last night, fielding errors, throwing errors are costing the Larks runs as the A's extend the lead. It's 3-1. Here comes the first pitch to Haddad into right field. Raspberry is back. He will make the catch, and there are 2 away.
Center fielder number 1, Kyle Cullen.
So some uncharacteristic sloppy baseball here by Hayes the last few nights has really, it's been 3 runs cost them here tonight and last night on 5 errors. That will bring Kyle Cullen back to the plate now for Dodge, top of the order. They still have a runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch from Myrie upstairs, ball 1. Myrie's ready, the 1-0. Strike 1 as it catches the top part of the zone. Evens the count. The 1-1 from Myrie. Strike 2 as that fastball catches the outside corner. Myrie gets the sign from Wolverton. He's ready to deliver the 1-2 to Kyle Cullen. Here it comes. Curveball fouled back and out of play. And we'll do it again. Good job by Cullen to stick his bat out and get a piece of that to hang around. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to Rensel. He will field and step on the bag. And that will do it. However, the A's tack on a run, extend the lead on the errors by Hayes. In the 5th, we move to the bottom half. 3-1, Dodge City on top.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the fifth here at Larks Park, 3-1 A's on top. 2-3-4 due up. Daryl Myers will lead it off against Nolan McCarthy. First pitch swinging right up the middle, off the bag at second into left center field. That is a leadoff single for Myers, and the Larks have a good start here to the fifth. Was going to say right before that hit, see if the Larks can work something here against McCarthy and get the starter out of the game. The bullpen for Dodge has been where they have run into trouble so far this season. So the Larks are wanting to get to that bullpen. There is action out there. I believe there are two relievers warming up for the A's as Wyatt Divis steps to the plate now for the Larks. A runner on first, nobody away in the fifth. Here comes the first pitch from McCarthy. Divis will pop it up. That's going to be a tough play for the left fielder. Fair ball in front of Vujovic. Back-to-back singles for the Hayes Larks to start the fifth. And they're in business. Runners on first and second. So there was another one of those balls that was just popped up down the line into no man's land. And it dropped in front of Vujovic. I don't know if Vujovic thought it was going to go foul or if he didn't see it. The ball didn't drop more than a foot or two in front of him. I could have almost stuck his glove out and caught it. So I'm not sure if he didn't see it or didn't know where the line was, or not quite sure. So either way, that's a hit for Wyatt Divis. And meeting at the mound for Dodge, they are going to leave McCarthy in the game for now as Jared Martin steps to the plate. So the Larks are going to, Martin and the Larks are going to come up here, have another AB with runners in scoring position where they are just 1 for 8 tonight.
Martin's too. He's got drops many times there.
Jared Martin has hit the ball hard a few times and just can't catch a break in the last few days. See if he can get him one here. He does have an RBI double tonight, though. Here comes the first pitch from, and that's going to hit him. So the very next pitch after the mound visit, McCarthy hits Jared Martin, and here comes Easton Kirk. Bases are loaded for him in the fifth. Nobody out. Easton already has a grand slam this season. He hit it on Sunday against Oklahoma City, out over just to the left of the scoreboard. Just out of the picture to the right-hand side. Kirk's looking to do some damage here for the Larks as they have loaded the bases against McCarthy with nobody away in the fifth. Here comes the first pitch to Kirk. Outside, and it's ball one. Easton is back in. Here comes the 1-0. Driven deep to right. Get out of here. A grand slam for Easton Kirk. His second on the year. And just like that, it's 5-1. Hayes Larks, another standing O from the crowd, and they knew it right off the bat. No doubter.
First pitch, just like last night.
First pitch again. And the Larks have found a big stick in the middle of their order, 5-3. And McCarthy, that is a departing gift for Nolan McCarthy from Easton Kirk as his night is over. Dodge City will go to the bullpen here in the 5th inning. We will take a short break at Larks Park. 5-3, Larks on top.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we are back here at Larks Park. New pitcher for the Larks, or for the A's, is number 14, Gabriel Sotomayor. He is from the University of Kansas. His first batter will be Clayton Raspberry as he delivers strike one. So Nolan McCarthy was cruising along up until the 5th inning as Raspberry swings through that one 0-2. And then he hit a brick wall. The first 3 Larks of the inning reached. And then Easton Kirk came up and brought them all home with the grand slam as Raspberry strikes out on 3 pitches. And there's 1 out in the 5th. That'll bring John Rensel Jr. to the plate now for the Larks.
8th Street Liquor Beverage batter, first baseman number 33, John Rensel. Defensive change. Anthony Marquez is over behind the plate. Very good contact. He's catching for Gabriel Soto.
What do you want?
Pitch slowing in here for a sign for a ball. John Rensel.
Ground ball by Rensel, fielded by the second baseman Gonzalez. The throw over is in time, and there are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. That'll bring Michael Anastasia to the plate now for the Larks. Anastasia digs in on the left side. He's 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts. Here comes the first pitch from Sotomayor. Up and in for ball 1. A really weird delivery for Sotomayor. He throws almost the sidearm delivery, kind of more 3/4, but in his delivery, the ball starts almost, he brings the ball almost all the way behind his back. So kind of a really funky delivery. for Sotomayor as he gets Anastasia to swing and miss. It's 1-2. So Nolan McCarthy goes 4+ innings, gives up 5 runs on 6 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 5. So here comes the 1-2 to Anastasia. That one is low and away. And he goes around, I guess. So that is strike 3. So Gabriel Sotomayor comes in and retires all 3 that he faces. However, the damage was done for the Larks in the 5th inning on the grand slam home run by Easton Kirk. Larks have taken the lead here at Larks Park. We head to the 6th inning. It's 5-3 Hayes.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Back to Larks Park, top of the 6th inning. 5-3 Larks on top. 2-3-4 due up for the A's to face Mason Myrie. Adam Holler will lead it off. Here comes the first pitch of the inning. Ground ball right at Darryl Myers. He will field and throw. 1 away in the 6th. David Gonzalez to the plate now for Dodge City.
Second baseman number 18, David Gonzalez.
He is 2 for 3 tonight. Pair of singles. Here comes the first pitch from Mason Myrie. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Mason. Line drive. That one is foul in right, and it is no balls and 2 strikes. Back in is David Gonzalez. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Mason Myrie. Up and in. Almost got him on the arm, but it's just ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 from Myrie. Swing and a miss. Down goes Gonzalez. 2 away for the A's in the 6th inning. So Mason Myrie has the first 2 outs of the inning here on just 5 pitches. Jake Cruz will be the hitter now for the A's. He is 1 for 3, singled, and has a pair of strikeouts. Here comes the first pitch from Myrie. Just a bit outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed by Cruz. 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss by Cruz once again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Myrie, or 2 Cruz from Myrie. Here comes the 1-2. Down he goes, checks his swing, cannot. A 9-pitch, top of the 6th inning for Mason Myrie as he makes quick work of the A's. We head to the bottom half, 5-3, Larks on top.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game.
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the 6th inning, 5-3, Larks on top. Scott Wolverton is going to lead it off. He's facing Gabriel Sotomayor, who returns to the game. And Wolverton pops it out of play, foul, strike 1. Sloan Baker is warming up for the Larks in the bullpen. I would expect Mason Myrie to come back out for at least the start of the 7th after his 9-pitch inning. Here comes the 0-1 to Wolverton, way outside for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch to Scott Wolverton. That's going to hit him, and that's the 2nd time tonight he's been hit by a pitch. And he will be aboard to lead off the Larks' 6th.
2 times in a row.
Once again, that'll flip the lineup card over to the top. Devin Hager back in for the Larks. Good start here to the 6th for the Larks. Here comes the first pitch. Devin Hager is going to try and lay down a bunt. That is foul. Gabriel Sotomayor had a 4.56 ERA this season for the Kansas Jayhawks. He was 1-0. He appeared in 16 games, pitched 23 2/3 innings, as he's going to check on Wolverton, who's back safely. And again, he's going to check on Wolverton. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Hager. Again, he's going to lay down a bunt. This time he gets it down. It's fair right at the pitcher. He's going to have no play but to first. And Hager is out, but he sacrifices Wolverton to second base. That'll bring Daryl Myers back to the plate for the Larks.
Second baseman number 9, Daryl Myers.
Here comes the first pitch to Darrell. Runner in scoring position for the Larks.
Man on second. The Larks.
Low ball one.
Daryl Myers.
Here comes the
Bottom of the sixth inning.
1-0, and now he's going to give Wolverton a look back at second base. He's going to slide back in. There was no throw, though. So here comes the 1-0 to Darrell Myers. In there for strike one to even the count.
Hits in the game for the Larks.
1-1 pitch coming to Darrell Myers. Ground ball right at the shortstop, Haddad. He's going to look Wolverton back to second and then throw out Myers at first for the second out. That'll bring Wyatt Divis to the plate now for the Larks. Scott Wolverton in scoring position at second, 2 away. Larks looking to add an insurance run onto their already 2-run lead, thanks to Easton Kirk's grand slam in the bottom half of the last inning. Wyatt is 2 for 3 so far tonight. Here comes the first pitch from Sotomayor. Right there, strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Divis. And he's going to foul that one off. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Sotomayor outside. Ball 1 to Wyatt. And Wyatt will foul off that 1-2 delivery from Sotomayor. And he will see another one. Here comes the 1-2 delivery once again from Gabriel Sotomayor. That one stays away, and the count is even at 2. Larks have scored 5 runs on 6 hits. They have committed 2 errors. Dodge has scored 3 runs on 7 hits, and they also have committed 2 errors in tonight's contest. Here comes the 2-2 to Divis. Inside, and the count is now full. So good job by Wyatt to work himself back and get the count full here as Wolverton still leading from second base. Jared Martin waits on deck if Wyatt can get on. And now Wyatt's going to call time as Sotomayor is in no hurry getting a sign from the catcher Marquez, new catcher. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And we'll have to wait on that as he looks at Wolverton at second. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Divis. Outside and low, ball 4. And Divis is aboard with 2 outs in the 6th. That'll bring Jared Martin back to the plate for the Larks. He is 1 for 2. As an RBI double in tonight's game, was also hit by a pitch and flied out. He will dig back in from the right side and face Gabriel Sotomayor for the first time. Here comes the first pitch. Ball one outside. The 1-0 from Sotomayor is in the dirt, and it is 2-0 on Jared Martin. And I think the last thing that Gabriel Sotomayor would want to do now is put Martin on to load the bases in front of Easton Kirk, as he hit a grand slam his last time up. Here comes the 2-0 to Martin. There's a strike from Sotomayor. It's 2-1. I'm sure he is well aware of who is waiting on deck for the Larks. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fouled off by Martin, and the count is even at 2. Jared's back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it comes from Sotomayor. Popped up into shallow right field. Over comes Schinkel. He will make the play in right center field. And that is the inning. No runs for the Larks as they strand a couple. We head to the 7th inning here in Hayes. Larks on top of the A's, 5-3.
Oh, shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Back at Larks Park, top of the 7th inning, 5-3 Larks on top. Mason Myrie back to the mound. Leading off for Dodge City is going to be a pinch hitter, number 4, Dayton Cook. So he will take his first hacks of the night as Myrie delivers strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1, a foul ball by Cook, and it's quickly 0-2 as Myrie picks up right where he left off in the 6th, and he's working quickly and ahead here so far in the 7th. Here comes the 0-2. A little bit high, waste pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cook. Here comes the 1-2. Cook is able to check his swing, and the count is even at 2. One-two pitch upcoming. Fouled out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Mason Myrie to Dayton Cook. Here comes the pitch. And another foul ball. That one off the netting. There over to the right side, and still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 again from Myrie. Another foul ball by Cook, and he's doing a good job of hanging in there and fouling off some tough pitches and working that count.
7 pitches in.
7 hits in the game for the A's.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Dayton Cook. So in the 6th inning, where Myrie needed just 9 pitches to complete the inning, he's going to need at least 8 to get through the first hitter. Here comes. Did he go? He did not, and that fastball is high, and the count is full. Or, excuse me. Yes, the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat here to Cook. Here comes the 3-2. Low and in, ball 4. And Dodge City has their leadoff man on as Sloan Baker continues to warm in the Larks. Actually, that is Fabian Muniz now getting ready in the Larks bullpen.
Left fielder number 12,
Jordan Vujovic will be the hitter now for Dodge as Dayton Cook leads from first base, nobody out. Here comes the first pitch from Myrie. That one misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back towards the A's dugout. Count is even at 1. See if Myrie can work himself out of some trouble here. As it's probably a little bit too early to think about bringing Muniz into the game, as he has served as the Larks' closer, even though he did start a game last weekend against the Indians. Here comes the 1-1. Myrie delivers a ball outside. It is 2 balls and a strike. So it'd be probably a little early to bring Muniz in if you're wanting him available this weekend in Derby, which he probably will be needed. Here comes the 2-1, low, ball 3. So the Larks are going to have to find a way to bridge. Their bullpen's going to have to bridge the way to the 9th here as Myrie struggles just a little bit with command here in the 7th. Here comes the 3-1. Now he's going to throw over, and they almost got Cook leaning towards second. He is back safely. And there is strike 2 as Myrie gets the count full. Big pitch upcoming for Mason Myrie. Here comes the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Myrie. And the A's have 2 men on with nobody out here in the 7th inning. So the Larks have arms warming. Sloan Baker warmed up last inning. Fabian Muniz is warming up. And then also Sam Slusser just went out to the bullpen for the Larks. Blake Schinkel will be the hitter now as he's looking to drop down a bunt. First 2 men on as that one almost hits him, and that's ball 1. And just by the looks of it, I think it's time to come get Myrie. He is looking like he's pitched really well tonight, but he is, I think, running out of gas as he delivers ball 2, and it's definitely time to come get Myrie. And here comes Coach Keith Harper, and that is probably going to do it for Mason. And he is going to look to the pen. That is it. It's going to be Fabian Muniz coming into the game for the Larks here in the 7th inning, I believe. So the Larks will make a call to the bullpen. We will take a quick break here and be right back at Larks Park.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, still top of the 7th. Nobody away. Dodge City has 2 men on. Fabian Muniz is the new pitcher for the Larks. He has an ERA of 0.00 in 17 innings. So Fabian has not given up a run yet this summer. A very good summer so far, but he's going to have to work through some trouble here in the 7th. Dodge has 2 men on. Here comes the pitch. He's going to get down the bunt. That's a good bunt. Fabian's going to throw. Not in time. Very close play, but couldn't quite get him. So that's a base hit on the bunt. A good bunt by Schinkel. And now the Larks are in trouble. The A's, it is their turn to put the bases loaded with nobody out here in the 7th. Anthony Marquez is going to be the hitter now for the A's. He came in to catch for Noel in the 5th inning, excuse me. First pitch from Muniz in there for strike 1. Mason Mybry went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 1 run so far on 2 hits. He walked 4, struck out 5. Mason is responsible for the runners on 2nd and 3rd. Here comes the 0-1 to Marquez. Low and away. The count is even at 1. So Dodge City looking to do damage in the 7th yet again. Last night it was the 7th inning when they took control of the game from the Larks. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Fabian Muniz. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. This would be a big out for Muniz, as that would put a potential inning-ending double play into effect. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Marquez. Here it comes. Popped foul out of play. We'll do it again. Fabian has walked 5, struck out 17. So far this summer, he has given up 5 hits. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. And Fabian doesn't cover the bag. And that's going to be an infield single. The Larks aren't going to get anybody. And Dodge pulls a run back. It's 5-4.
Why didn't he go to first? Could have outrun him. Could have been 4 on assistance.
Rensel came off first to dive for the ball. And Myers fielded it, and Muniz didn't cover the bag, so that's a single. A's get a run, and there's still nobody out. First pitch up the middle. This could be two, but Dodge City's going to tie the game. Hager is going to step on the bag for one, throw to Rensel for two, but Dodge City ties the game here in the 7th inning. So both of those runs are charged to Mason Myrie. His line is done. He gives up 3 runs on 2 hits. So Muniz's batter is now on third. Dodge City has the go-ahead run on third base here with 2 outs as Kyle Cullen will step back in. Big batter here for Muniz as he delivers strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Cullen. Outside. Ball 1, and that one almost gets away from Wolverton as it just hits off his glove and squirts to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Cullen. 5-5 game in the 7th. Here comes the pitch from Fabian Muniz. Strike 2, outside corner. Big pitch upcoming for Fabian. Does not want to surrender the lead here to Dodge. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Strike 3 called, got him looking, and the inning is over. But Dodge City does some damage. They come back and tie the game in the 7th. We head to the bottom half. We are all square at 5. And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the 7th. Larks and A's tied at 5 after Dodge City plated 2 in the top half. New pitcher for the A's is number 16, Brock Noten, right-hander from Rogers State. Leading off for the Larks is going to be number 25, Easton Kirk. He has been the offense tonight for the Larks. Homered back in the 5th. Here comes the first pitch from Noten, outside ball 1. Looking up and down the score sheet, if not for Kirk, I don't know where the offense is going to come from tonight. Larks not doing a whole lot. They picked up an RBI double from Jared Martin and the grand slam from Easton Kirk. But other than that, not a whole lot going. The Larks are just 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position here tonight. 2-0 to Kirk. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. So 5's not going to do it. Larks are going to need at least 1 more to pick up a win here tonight. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Easton Kirk. Curveball up the middle, into center field, a base hit, and that is a leadoff single for Easton Kirk here in the 7th inning. Coming to the plate now for the Larks is the right fielder, number 15, Clayton Raspberry.
Better be Raspberry or Randall.
Clayton is 1 for 3. He doubled back in the second, also has a pair of strikeouts. Here comes the first pitch to Clayton. Curveball, strike one. Good pitch there from Noten. Oh, 1 pitch coming to Raspberry. Another curveball. That one is a little bit too far outside. Evens the count at 1. Clayton is back in, awaiting the 1-1 from Brock Noten. Outside once again, Clayton works ahead 2-1. So this one is setting up for some late game heroics from someone, whether it be the Larks or the A's. Someone will deliver here tonight. Here comes the 2-1 to Raspberry. Wow, strike 2. Looked a little bit low, but it caught the zone, and the count is even once again. Here comes the 2-2. In the turf, and the count is full on Raspberry. John Rensel Jr. waits on deck for the Larks. Easton Kirk led off the 7th with a single up the middle. Here comes the payoff pitch to Raspberry. Up and away, ball 4. The first 2 men of the inning are aboard for the Larks here in the 7th. So that'll bring John Rensel Jr. to the plate for the Larks. The first 2 men of the inning are aboard. Here comes the first pitch from Noten. That one's low again, and it's ball 1. So right after the A's come and tie the game with 2 runs in the 7th, Brock Noten comes on for Dodge City, and he is working himself into some trouble here as he gives up a leadoff single to Easton Kirk, followed by a walk to Raspberry, and a 1-0 count to John Rensel Jr. Gabe Sotomayor for Dodge City went 2 innings tonight, gave up no runs on no hits. He walked 1 and struck out none, so a good couple of innings for Sotomayor. As Anthony Marquez quickly runs out to have a word with his pitcher, Noten. It'll be the 1-0 pitch to Rensel. Ryan Randall is on deck for the Larks. It looks like he's going to pinch hit for Michael Anastasia. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Rensel. Up the middle, this could be 2. Ground ball to second for 1, to first 2. A 6-3 double play. And that is just what Noten needed, as Kirk advances to third, but there are now 2 outs. And now Ryan Randall is going to pinch hit for the Larks in place of Anastasia. So Ryan's going to step up here, a chance to give the Larks the lead against Brock Noten and the A's. First AB of the night for Ryan. I'd assume he will go to the outfield here in the 8th, see if he can get something done for the Larks. First pitch from Noten, it misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Ryan. Fly ball, that one's fouling out of play. And the count is even at 1. comes the 1-1 to Randall. Ground ball, gloved by the pitcher, Noten, and that will do it. The Larks get their first 2 men of the inning on, but a double play and a ground out end of the threat. We head to the 8th inning. We are still tied at 5.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 8th inning here at Larks Park, 5-5. A's and Larks all square. Fabian Muniz back to the mound for the Larks. Adam Holler will lead it off. 2-3-4 due up. Here comes the first pitch of the inning for Muniz. Fastball in there, strike 1. So this will be Fabian's first fresh inning. See what he can do here and see if we can get through the A's and keep this game knotted at 5. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss from Holler, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
What's your last name?
So quickly 0-2 on Holler. Here comes the pitch from Muniz. Swing and a miss. Down goes Adam Holler. 3 pitches, 1 out for Muniz and the Larks in the top of the 8th. That'll bring David Gonzalez to the plate now for Dodge. 2 for 3 on the night for Gonzalez. Good night at the plate, a pair of singles. Actually, 2 for 4, excuse me. He has 2 strikeouts as well. No, 2 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. As ball 1 is delivered from Muniz. Here comes the 1-0 from Fabian. That one is in there for strike 1. Here comes the 1-1 from Muniz. Ground ball, chopper up the middle behind second base. Myers gloves it, the throw. In time, they got him at first base just by a hair. And there are 2 outs in the 8th. That'll bring Jake Cruz back to the plate for Dodge City. He is the cleanup hitter. He has a single, also 3 strikeouts tonight as he takes ball 1 from Fabian Muniz. So Fabian looking for a quick inning here, which is just what the Larks need in a tie ball game in the 8th. Here comes the 1-0 from Fabian. That one is oh, wow. Larks might have got one there as that one looked outside, but it is called strike, so 1-1 the count on Cruz. Here comes the pitch from Fabian. Curveball, another strike. That one a very nice pitch. And Fabian is a pitch away from getting himself out of the inning here and getting the Larks back in the dugout. Here comes the 1-2 to Cruz. Fouled off to the left, way out of play, and we'll do it again. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Little flare out to right field into the Dodge City bullpen, and we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 yet again from Muniz. Strike 3 called, a curveball perfectly over the outside corner. Down goes Jake Cruz. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the top half of the 8th. We head to the bottom. Larks and A's still tied at 5.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the 8th inning. Brock Noten back to the hill for Dodge City. He is going to face 9, 1, and 2 as Scott Wolverton is going to lead it off. He takes strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 delivery, swung on and missed by Scott, and it's quickly 0-2. Wolverton's back in. Here comes the 0-2 from Brock Noten. Swing and a miss. Chases a curveball that was nowhere near the plate. And he's down on strikes, 1 away in the 8th. That'll flip the lineup over. Devin Hager comes to the plate now for the Larks, 1 away in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Devin is 0 for 3 tonight. He did have a sac bunt in the 6th. Here comes the first pitch from Brock Noten. Squares to bunt. He pulls back and takes ball 1 on a curve that was way outside. Larks looking for a base runner or 2 here to try and break the deadlock. Here comes the pitch. Hager fouls it back. Evens the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Hager is going to square to bunt. He gets it down. Not a tough play, though, for Noten, who comes off the mound, fields and throws in time. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks in the 8th. That will bring Wyatt Divis, or no, excuse me, Daryl Myers is going to hit before Divis. Daryl's 1 for 3. Has scored a pair of runs, singled and walked. Also stole a base. Here comes the first pitch from Noten. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. comes the 1-0 pitch to Myers. That curveball misses low, 2-0 to Darrell. The 2-0 from Noten. Outs. Wow.
Are you kidding me?
And that one was in the batter's box, and it's called a strike. So we have had struggles with umpires all season, it seems like. I don't know that anybody knows what a strike is anymore, as pitches are being called way outside. 2 balls and a strike to Myers. That one in there, and the count is even at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Darrell Myers. Here comes the pitch from Noten. And he just got a piece of that as he kind of just threw the bat in the zone. Didn't really want to go, it seemed like, but got a piece to stay alive. So still 2-2. Brock Noten is going to deliver to Darrell Myers. Nobody on base for the Larks here in the 8th. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off, out of play, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two once again from Noten to Myers. Low and in, ball 3. So Myers has worked the count full. Wyatt Divis waits on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Popped up over to the left side. That one is going to stay in play, but no one is going to get there as it bangs off the wall over there down the left field line. And the count will remain full, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Darrell Myers. A 9-pitch at bat here for Myers as he's getting ready to see the 9th pitch. Good AB. Trying to get on and prolong the 8th inning for the Larks. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Myers. And the inning is over. Brock Noten retires the Larks 1-2-3 in the 8th. We head to the 9th inning here in Hayes. Larks and A's still tied at 5.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
And we're back here at Larks Park, 9th inning. We go, still tied at 5. Fabian Muniz back to the mound for the Larks as he delivers ball 1. Another pinch hitter for Dodge City. It's going to be number 31, Connor Van Cleve. He was the starting pitcher last night against Hayes. Here comes the 1-0 from Muniz. That one is in there, and the count is 1-1 strike. Van Cleve goes to the University of Kansas, is a pitcher for the Jayhawks. Here comes the 1-1 from Fabian. Curveball catches the zone strike, too, and Fabian works back ahead after falling behind 1-0. Muniz looking to throw up a scoreless 9th here and give the Larks a chance to walk it off. The 1-2, ground ball. Myers coming in from the grass. He will field and make a nice, easy throw over to first. 1 up, 1 down for the Larks in the 9th. And that's going to be another pin, or no, excuse me. Nope, it will be Jordan Vujovic. He will be the batter. It looks like the next man up for Dodge is going to be a pinch hitter. But for now, Vujovic is the hitter. Here comes the first pitch from Muniz. Strike 1.
15.
0-1 pitch coming to Vujovic. Outside, evens the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1 from Fabian Muniz. And now he's going to step off. So here we go. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off by Vujovic, and Fabian once again works ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Vujovic, a little bit away, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from Muniz. Curveball, swing and a miss. Down goes Vujovic. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 9th. And here comes another pinch hitter for Dodge City. It's going to be number 15, Dalen Nanny.
Pinch hitting for Dodge City, number 15, Dalen Nanny.
Dalen pinch hit for Schinkel last night as well, and he was 1 for 1. He came in and pinch hit in the 8th, and he singled. So, good AB last night for him. See if Fabian Muniz can retire him tonight and get the Larks back in the dugout. 2 away, nobody on base for Dodge City here in the top of the 9th. We are square at 5. Here comes the first pitch from Muniz. Strike. And that's a ball, but there have been a couple others tonight that were farther outside that were strikes. So 1-0. There's a strike, and that's pretty much the exact same spot as the first pitch, but that one was a strike and the first one was a ball. So the outside part of the zone is getting a little hazy. Here comes the 1-1 from Muniz. Beautiful off speed. I don't really know what that was, but Fabian dropped it in perfectly. And it's 1-2 to Nanny. Here comes the delivery from Fabian. Down he goes. Strike 3 inside corner. And Fabian Muniz effortlessly works through the A's once again in the 9th. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Larks have a chance to walk it off. We are tied at 5 here at Larks Park.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
bottom of the 9th here at Larks Park. A's and Larks all tied at 5. However, Muniz worked through the A's effortlessly in this inning, giving the chance of Larks to walk it off. Wyatt Divis is going to be the first one up to face Brock Noten. Larks need just the one here to walk away with a win. Here comes the first pitch of the inning. Curveball misses up and out. Ball 1. Jared Martin will follow Divis, and then Easton Kirk, if the game is still going at that point. Here comes the 1-0 to Divis. Curveball, that one catches the inside corner. Count is even at 1. Good part of the order here for the Larks to have up in the bottom of the 9th. 1-1 pitch to Wyatt Divis. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Getting the leadoff man on would definitely be a big, big plus here for Hayes in the 9th. See if Wyatt can get on board. Noten looks in, gets his sign from Marquez. Here comes the 2-1 to Wyatt. Ground ball, fair down the line, all the way into the corner. Divis rounds first. He's going to be heading for second. That ball is going to die in the corner. Divis is going to stop at second. That is a lead-off double for Wyatt Divis, perfectly down the line. And the winning run is on second base with nobody out in the bottom of the 9th inning.
First base at half.
Brings up left fielder number 27, Jared Martin.
That is just how the Larks wanted to start the bottom of the 9th. And Jared Martin is going to step in now for the Larks. He's going to have a chance to end this one. He already has an RBI double tonight. That came back in the 3rd inning. He is 1 for 3. So he will step in to face Note, and he can put an end to this one right here. Here comes the first pitch to Martin. Ground ball, foul past the dugout over on the left side, 0-1. Martin has hit very well this year so far. Looking to continue that right here and give the Larks the win. Here comes the 0-1 from Noten. Swings through a fastball, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jared.
No outs, man on second. Tied at 5. Bottom of the 9th inning. Get out the outfield.
Martin is ready once again. The 0-2 from Brock Noten.
Corners here.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Martin. A big first out for Noten and the A's here in the 9th. Here comes Easton Kirk. And now they're going to intentionally walk Easton Kirk. So that's, as much as that disappoints me, it doesn't surprise me, because that's what I would do too if I was the coach of Dodge City. So that'll bring Clayton Raspberry to the plate. So Easton Kirk with the intentional walk is on first. Larks have a pair, 1 out. That also puts the double play into effect now for the A's. Here comes the first pitch to Raspberry. Fastball, or curveball, excuse me, low. It's 1-0. Raspberry has 1 hit tonight. It was a double down the right field line in the 2nd inning. 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Brock Noten. Low once again. 2 balls and no strikes. Looks like the Larks have a pinch hitter on deck for John Rensel. It is Matt Munoz. So 2 balls, no strikes to Raspberry. Here comes the pitch from Noten. The winning run in Wyatt Divis is on second base for the Larks. Tied at 5 here in the 9th. Here comes the pitch to Clayton. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. Good crowd still on hand here at Larks Park, urging Clayton and the Larks to walk this one off here in the ninth. Good opportunity. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Outside, it is 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch from Noten to Raspberry. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Larks here with 1 out in the 9th inning. So that'll move the winning run up 90 feet, and now it is just 90 feet away as the pinch hitter Matt Munoz will come to the plate. So after the mound visit here for the A's, it's going to be up to Matt Munoz. He's going to pinch hit for John Rensel Jr. Bases are full of Larks, although the only one that matters is Wyatt Divis at third base, as he is the winning run. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Matt Munoz has already hit a grand slam this year. Excuse me, he's not hit a grand slam. He hit a 3-run home run pinch hit to take the lead. So he's got a little bit of clutch gene in him. We'll see if he can bring it out right here and win the game for the Larks. Here comes the first pitch from Noten. Munoz fouls it off into the Dodge City dugout. It's 0-1. So a few tense moments here in Hayes. Ryan Randall waits on deck here for the Larks. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Munoz. Ground ball. It is foul. And just fouled just before it got to the bag. And so good thing for the Larks, as Dodge City would have gotten the force at the plate there, but count is 0-2 here to Matt Munoz. Larks still looking for that winning run, which sits at third base after the leadoff double by Wyatt Divis and the pair of walks. One to Raspberry and Kirk. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Munoz. Outside, it's all the way to the backstop, and that's going to do it. The Larks win it on the walk-off passed ball off the glove of the catcher Marquez, and that is how tonight's game is going to end. 6-5, the Larks are winners here tonight on the wild pitch, pass ball, whatever you want to call it. The fastball was way up and out, but it did catch the glove of Marquez. And this game is over. That was a much-needed win for the Larks tonight, as they take it and improve to 13-4 overall, 7-3 in the Jayhawk League. So the Larks split the 2-game set here with Dodge. 1 game apiece. They each defend their home field. 5-3 last night, Dodge. 6-5 tonight, Larks. Larks will be in Derby this weekend, 3 against the Twins. Twins are tied for first in the Jayhawk League. Larks are a game behind in second, so a very important series this weekend. The positive tonight is that the Larks got the win. A couple of negatives, though. Not a lot of hitting tonight for the Larks. Easton Kirk had a really good night. Wyatt Divis had a pretty good night at the plate as well. Kirk had that grand slam and a single. Also was walked, and Wyatt had 3 hits on the night and a walk, so he was on base 4 times. Other than that, struggles at the plate for Hayes. A lot of strikeouts. Bottom of the order, just couldn't get on base. And also, the Larks just 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position, so got the win tonight, but continuing to struggle to bring runs in as they go 2 for 14 with them in scoring position. Larks strand 9 again tonight on base. So, but they get the win, and that's what's most important. 6-5 over the A's. We will be down in Derby to bring the game to you. 6:50 on HayesLarks.org from Panther Stadium tomorrow through Sunday. Once again, Larks 6-5 winners tonight. Improved to 7-3 in the Jayhawk League. Hope everybody has a good rest of the night. We will see you tomorrow down in Derby. Good night from Larks Park.